Very good morning, children. As usual, I'm back with English recorded classes. This is Ma'am Anna, your English teacher. I'm very happy that you all have scored good marks in the test that was conducted recently. In spite of telling repeatedly just to take one attempt, I see few students doing the same thing again and again. Children, next time if you do this, your mark will be invalid. Do not repeat it again. And for the rest of y'all, good. Y'all have done a very good job. Keep up the good work and focus on your studies. Are you all ready for today's session then? Let's get started. Oh my God! All the animals that are in the zoo are on my slide. How nice to see them, isn't it? Now, I see an elephant, a zebra, a hippopotamus. I don't know what's the animal next to hippopotamus. Does anyone know? If you all know, just message me. I think this is a cheetah, deer, donkey. This could be a jackal, monkey, duck, eagle, rat, mongoose, polar bear, and a cat. I think I left out only the one that I don't know. The others, if you all feel it is not correct, you all can message me the right answer. Alright children, you all might be wondering, what are these animals going to do with today's lesson? Or how is this related to today's class? For that, you will have to wait and watch. Let's look at today's content for the day. We will start off with a lesson which is animal cleverness. I will read the lesson for you all and then explain it as well. Then we will look into some vocabulary. Then of course comes my time to ask you all questions. We will summarize all what we have learned and then I will let you know what you'll have to do for your assignment. Is that clear, children? Children, in your all-in-one reader, turn to page 35. All right. And as I'm reading, you will continue with page 36 as well. On page 36, I will be reading only half the page. I will complete only half the lesson today. The rest will be done in the next class. So while I'm reading, you all know what you all should be doing. You all should toss your fingers through and listen carefully to the words the way it is pronounced. Alright, so let's start. Page number 35, Animal Cleverness. When their lives are in danger, animals show remarkable cleverness. In fact, on such occasion, they can be as courageous and cunning as human beings. On my southern plantation lived a famous deer called Old Roland. He was so big and beautiful that all the local hunters knew him. One winter, after the hunting season, I was talking to an old workman named Steve. How come nobody hunted for Old Roland this year? He asked me. Everybody hunted for him, I said, but nobody found him. Steve laughed aloud. That deer has been sleeping close to my house all winter, he said. Steve pointed out the place where Old Roland had slept in the grass, not 15 meters from his house. While the hunters looked for him in the forest around, he had been sleeping here. There must be two reasons for his doing this. One, the old man was no hunter. Secondly, no one would look for the animal so close to a man's house. Some animals, when in danger, act as though they are going mad, or they may pretend that they are dead. Then the enemy may delay the attack or even run away. The adder, a poisonous snake, inflates himself until he is almost twice his normal self. He also blows in a terrifying manner. The opossum can pretend to be dead. His eyes roll back and his mouth falls open. Some innocent snakes move their tails like rattlers. Some animals and a number of birds try to hiss like snakes. The wild turkey hen does this while brooding over eggs in the nest. Several times I have jumped away thinking there was a snake, but later I found that it was a turkey nest. Foxes are very clever, especially when trying to escape from hunting dogs. One afternoon, I was sitting near a stream when a fox appeared. It was running away from a pack of dogs. Across the stream, an old tree had fallen. The tired fox started across the stream. Halfway across the stream, he stopped and looked down. Below him was a small green island. The fox jumped into this. I thought that he would jump across to the other side. Instead, he jumped back to the side from where he had come and ran away. Soon, the dogs came up. Following the smell, they walked along the fallen tree and reached the other side of the stream. But they could not pick up any smell. For many minutes, they walked around. Finally, they gave up. Deer are very alert and cunning. Once, a very interesting incident took place in the forest near the house of a woodsman. I had met this man in a forest path a little away from his house. He was driving home a herd of 25 pigs. As we were talking, we heard the sound of a hunting dog. We thought the dog might be chasing a deer. Soon, the deer appeared. As he reached the herd of pigs, he stopped. After standing quiet for a little while, he joined the herd and began to walk along with the pigs towards the farmhouse. The deer knew that if he joined the pigs, the dog would lose his smell. When the herd reached near the farmhouse, the deer left the herd and ran away. By then, the dog had appeared behind us. It ran around the herd of pigs several times. Unable to find the deer, the dog disappeared into the forest. Children, I have read till here. I want you all to read the way I did and understand the lesson. And also, I want you all to find new words, about 25 words. I'm repeating it again. I want you all to find about 25 new words till where I have read and write the same in your rough book. I'm repeating it once again. You will find 25 new words till where I have read and write it in your rough book, children. Not your homework book, rough book. Is that clear, children? Children, I read the lesson for you all, isn't it? I think while I'm reading, you should have understood what it is all about. It's nothing, children. It's very easy. If you all didn't understand, I'm here to explain it for you all. This lesson is all about how clever the animals are when they know that someone is going to catch them or hunt them. Okay? And there are different scenarios about different animals that the author is telling us. Alright? So, We think that only human beings are clever, but no, animals act more cleverer than human beings at times. So let's see how they pretend when they know that they're going to be caught. All right. So this is a conversation between the author and his friend. So the author tells us that when their lives are in danger, that is when the animals are in danger, they become very courageous. Now what's the meaning of courageous? Courageous means mind and the spirit that enables a person to face difficulties. What is courageous? Your mind and the spirit, okay, that enables to face any sort of difficulties is called courageous. So these animals become very strong in their mind and they are very cunning as human beings. Are human beings cunning? I don't think so, right? But the author feels so. Then what the author says, on my southern plantation. Now what is a plantation? It is a large piece of land where crops are grown, right? So he says on a southern plantation there was a deer whom they named Old Ronald. Now what happened? He was so big and beautiful that all the people nearby knew about him, and even the local hunters, the hunters that who are nearby, know about this old deer. So one winter when it was very cold, after the hunting season, they were just talking to this author was talking to an old workman. Workman is one who works there, who was named Steve. And he said, so Steve is asking the author, how come nobody came hunting for Ronald? So then the author says, nobody found him. That's why they didn't catch him. Why they couldn't find him? Because he was sleeping on the grass in front of the author's house. So when a deer is sleeping near someone's house, do you think people will catch? They will not even guess that the deer can sleep near someone's house. Where will the deer be? It will be in the forest. So people will search only in the forest, isn't it? So the deer very cleverly what he did? He slept 15 meters away from the house on the grass. I've put up a picture of a plantation and how the deer sleeping on the grass near a house. So then that was really shocking. So then Steve also pointed out the place where the deer slept on the grass. Now, and the author points out to Steve where the deer slept. And the author says there must be two reasons. One, he knew that the author is not a hunter, one who catches animals. And the second one, he would have thought that no one would look for an animal near anyone's house. That's true, isn't it? They will look for animals only in the forest until and unless it is a pet animal. Okay, so then the author also says some other animals, when they are in danger, when they know that someone is going to catch them, either they act like as though they are mad so that people will not go near them and they might leave them off, or sometimes they act like as though they are dead. Now to add on, a poisonous snake. What the poisonous snake does is it fills in air. Okay, it blows itself and fills in air so that the size become bigger, double the size it becomes. So when that happens, what happens? People will not go near. They might think it is dead. Or an opossum. What is an opossum? I put up a picture. Now this is a small animal that lives in the trees. Now what this animal does, he rolls his eyes big and the mouth open. I put up a picture. So that's how the opossum pretend as though it is dead. And there are few birds who hiss like a snake. They make noise like a snake so that people who are catching the birds or hunters who are catching the birds, they might think that it is a snake and they might not go near them. And also a turkey. What does the turkey do? The turkey, like it goes and sits over an egg Okay, when it goes and sits over an egg, what happens? It acts as though it is like a snake. And people will think it is a snake, but it is a turkey's nest. So in the same way, he also tells a story. Foxes are even more cleverer, it seems. Of course, we all know sometimes what we do. We compare human being to a fox. Sometimes we tell, right, oh, he's so clever like a fox only, because foxes are always clever. So what happened was, now this author is telling, one day a fox was trying to escape from hunting dogs. There were a lot of dogs hunting. Okay, now look at the second slide. You will see the picture of how these dogs are hunting the fox. Look at the first picture on the right hand side, children. You see that the dogs are running behind the fox to catch. But what did the fox do? Now this author was sitting near a stream. What is a stream? Stream is where water flows. Okay, when the water is flowing. See, I just put up a picture. That's how a stream looks. So this author was sitting near a stream when he saw a fox. It was running away from a pack of dogs, means many dogs. And across the stream, it stopped and looked. So it stopped near the stream and looked. Below him was a small green island. So it stopped near the stream and looked, but below that there was a small island. Now the fox jumped down to this, and I thought he would jump across to the other side. Instead, what he did, he jumped back to the side from where he came. He again jumped back and started running. Now these dogs came running, and they crossed the stream, and they thought that the fox would have crossed the stream and it would have gone. But unfortunately, they didn't find, because what this clever fox did, it came till the stream and it jumped down and went back the same direction it went. But what these dogs thought? These dogs thought that he went off to the other side. So that's why they are very clever. Okay, and then that is the story of the fox. Even deers are very clever. So there's another story that he says that took place near the forest and one of near the woodman's house. Woodman's house is one who works in the forest. So this author met a man in the forest a little away from his house, and he was driving home a herd of pigs. A herd of pigs. I put up a picture. This is how a herd of pigs means many pigs. So then what happened? A dog was running behind a deer to catch the deer. Suddenly what this deer did, it ran in between the pigs and it started walking along with the pigs. Now what happens is, now when you're walking, if the dog is coming also to catch, it will only see the pigs. Okay, and the smell, dog can smell, right? So only the pig smell it will get. It will not get the deer smell because there are a lot of pigs. So when there are a lot of pigs, do you think the smell of the deer will come? No. Why? Because it is in between these pigs. Okay. So then it walked till the farmhouse, and when all the pigs reached the farmhouse, the deer ran back. So this is how it escaped. So that's why even deers are very clever. So till here, I thought you all okay. So we saw how Ronald escaped, how the snakes escape when they are trying to be caught. We also heard what the bird does, and we saw how the foxes also escape. Not only that, we also saw how the deer also escaped in between the pigs, isn't it? So far, it was interesting. Let's see about the other animals and birds in the next class. Hope you all have understood till here, children. Let's look at some glossaries now. Glossaries means meanings. Plantation, large group of plants and especially trees under cultivation. Hunter, a person who hunts wild animals for food as a sport. Pretend, try to make someone believe something untrue. inflate, to swell or distend with air or gas. Stream, body of running water flowing on the earth. Now a small part of grammar as well, children. We'll see how words are used as an adjective, an adverb, and a noun. Now let's take the first one, foolish. That is an adjective. Now if you have to write it in the form of an adverb, it becomes foolishly. And if you have to write it in the form of a noun, it becomes foolishness. Slow, slowly, slowness. Normal, normally, normality. Ready, readily, readiness. Angry, angrily, anger. So now we all know how to use words as an adjective, adverb, and a noun. Yeah? And now the most important part of the session, which is time for questions. I'm ready to ask questions. Are you all ready to answer? Do you all have a pen and a paper handy to jot down the questions? Here we go. The first question. I want you all to let me know what is the meaning of inflates. What is the meaning of inflates? Then, when the animal's life is in danger, how do they show their cleverness? When the animal's life is in danger, how do they show their cleverness? Where did Ronald hide himself? Where did Ronald hide himself? How does the turkey escape? How does the turkey escape? And where did an incident take place? Where did an incident take place? A group of pigs are called? I don't know. You'll have to answer me. A group of pigs are called? And the last one. What is a stream? What is a stream? Children, I'm happy that most of you are putting your effort to answer these questions. I would really appreciate if I get more number of answers. All the best. Let's quickly summarize all what we have learned today. We started off with a new chapter which is called Animal Cleverness. I read the lesson for y'all. I explained the lesson for y'all. We did look into some word meanings. Then I also taught y'all how to use words as an adjective, adverb, and a noun. Isn't it? And I asked you also questions. I'm waiting for the answers. I've taught only half the lesson. The rest we will continue in the next class. Was it interesting, children, so far? Did you all understand? If you all never understood, you all should be knowing what to do. Always message me and I'll be more than happy to help you all. But one small request, children. Do not send a message and ask for the reply immediately. I might be doing some work. Alright? It is not that I will keep the phone in front of me and be online the whole day. No. We have lots of other works as well, right? And I'm not handling only your section. Alright? So you should understand. Not only me for that matter, any teachers. When you all send a message, give them some time. If they don't reply to your messages on that day, they might definitely get back to you all the following day. But do not send a message and then if we do not reply, don't send a message again. Why no reply? Okay? Because most of the teachers are handling 2 classes, right? And lot of students work to be done. Plus we have other works also which we have to do. Correct? So please do not get disappointed if I don't reply immediately, which I do most of the time. I reply. Sometimes I do take some time. So you will have to kindly bear with me, children. All right. And now comes the last part of our slide, which is the assignment. Now for your homework, you will do the given exercise on page 39 and 40 in the reader itself. Once again, I'm repeating. You will do the given exercise on page 39 and 40 in the reader itself. One homework I've already given, which is to be written in your rough book, which is the 25 new words till where I have thought. Don't forget that. And then you will write the glossaries from the video and the words used as adjective, adverb and noun only once in your homework book, and you will learn. Alright, so next class what I will do, I will point out children and ask you all to send me your answers based on what has been taught today. So you will have to pay attention and watch the video carefully till the end. Hope this is very clear to you all children. Until we meet in the next session, this is Ma'am Anna signing off. Take care. Bye-bye.